Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm back to break down the 7-game NBA DFS slate on DraftKings. Before we get into it, I do have a few announcements to make. The first one being that I'm going to go live for the first time tonight from 5 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern to give you guys some more insight as to the slate live. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time now. It's just a matter of me having a full-time job and not being able to do it during the week and be able to tend to my Patreon members over there on Patreon. But I really want to start doing some live streams with you guys to answer some questions, have some interaction, have some live feedback to you guys, and just get that whole thing going. So look for that to be on tap for later this evening. Once again, that'll be 5 p.m. Eastern Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then if you are interested in some further content from me over on Patreon, you get access to my Patreon package where I will be updating my premium projections all the way up until lock from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time for FanDuel and DraftKings. My NBA data sheet, my player stats, my team stats, my play context stats, core plays, injury impact slates, and NBA Discord chat access. And then I have released a new package, which is going to be one-on-one NBA DFS coaching. So what you'll do is you just sign up, contact me, tell me your goals, and we'll do some one-on-one virtual training via Zoom call or Google Meet or whatever you'd like. And I'll, give you some advice as to how you can obtain your goals. As far as my own experience and whether I'm a valuable asset to you, I would mention I haven't really mentioned this in my videos, but I do offer my RotoGrinders profile over on RotoGrinders to see some of my previous wins in the description linked below. I have had multiple top threes in DFS. My best finish in NBA was second. Haven't got that first spot yet, unfortunately, but I've worked really hard to gain my knowledge, and there's been some results to correlate with it. So not to ramble, I just understand if you're investing in someone, you need to know that they know what they're talking about. So just wanted to inform you kind of that if you're interested in checking out some more of my background, that's linked below in the description, as well as my Patreon package, as well as all that stuff, my merch store, all that fun stuff. So with all that being said, before we get into it, I want to thank everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far. We reached 300 subscribers recently. I appreciate every single one of you. That's awesome. It seems like just yesterday I was starting this thing, and I've gotten a lot of support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you enjoy the content in this one, if you could leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, that'd be greatly appreciated. And with all that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and start breaking down this slate today. So we got a 7-gamer. First one on the slate, Atlanta at Charlotte. At the top, we got Trae Young priced at 9.4 in this one. As far as the Vegas line is concerned, this game comes with a 227 over-under. 4.5 favorites are the Atlanta Hawks. So 227 and an over-under, is pretty respectable. Trae Young priced up at 9.4. This guy has yet to get there really this season. Has not been performing up to Trae Young's standards. He put up 16 DraftKings points last time out. Very, very bad. After recording 54 the time before. And at 9.4, I keep saying to play this guy. I'm just waiting on him to have his big game, and his price tag keeps dropping, but he's just really been struggling. I think this could finally be the game. Charlotte has not been the best defensively. Charlotte's been involved in a lot of high-scoring games. Sometimes in DFS, you're just going to get burnt by guys, and you just got to go back to him. Trae Young's a guy that can definitely get you there. It's just a matter of him getting off the schneid, or whatever you want to call it, snapping out of this cold streak. So I do like him in this one. Just, buyer beware. He's been kind of all over the place. I think you got to play him. Maybe his ownership will be lower than it would be typically. Gordon Hayward at 8.2. This guy has been the main focal point in the Charlotte offense for the most part. 38 minutes last time out. He is in a back-to-back, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any rest candidates in this one. I don't think Charlotte's going to rest Gordon Hayward, but maybe. 43 DraftKings points last time out. Put up 61 the time before, and against an Atlanta Hawks team that is not good defensively, I definitely have interest in Gordon Hayward if he's a good fold to go here. John Collins is a guy that I do typically tread lightly on, as mentioned in my previous videos, if you tuned into any of them, because he is a hacker. He's always in foul trouble. If you look at his game logs, it's impossible for this guy to play an entire NBA game without recording at least 3 fouls. But typically, he's getting those fouls early on. So John Collins is always a great play if you can stay out of foul trouble. Just know that's the risk you have with him. Clint Capella at 7K. A great play. Got 26 minutes last time out. I think we could see that bump up in this one more towards the 30 minutes range that we were seeing before. The only problem was we were only paying like 5.2 for him. Now he's up to 7K. So is he a great play? Yeah, but he kind of needs to get you more in the mid-40s, the 50 points range in tournaments for you to really be happy. Clint Capella is definitely more than capable of doing that. So depending upon the other guys that we talk about on the rest of the slate at the center position, I do think he's a viable play. LaMelo Ball at 6'7" just continues to absolutely kill it out there. If this guy could just see 30 minutes consistently, we would be paying $7,500 for him at least. But he's coming off the bench. He's a sixth man, and I mean, this guy has just been producing ridiculously well. 10 rebounds, 9 assists last time out, 12 points. He only shot 1 for 5 from behind the arc, and he still got you 40 DraftKings points. So if he hits a few of those threes, you're going to be looking real, real good. So LaMelo Ball, definitely a guy to have interest in. It's just at that 6-7 price tag. If he has the upside to get you there in tournaments compared to other options where we know the minutes are there. And that's really when my appeal starts to kind of fade out in this game. The last guy that I would mention would be Kevin Hoarder. Two more guys. Kevin Hoarder and Cam Reddish. 33 minutes last time out for Kevin Hoarder. He put up 36 DraftKings points. This guy can absolutely struggle from behind the arc, so he makes sense in tournaments. And then Cam Reddish as well. With no Danilo Gallinari, these two guys are going to get some run, and they can both shoot the three ball. So at their price tags, they make a lot of sense. Moving further along, Phoenix at Indiana. 9-1 for Domantas Sabonis at the top as far as the Vegas total in this one. This game comes with a 216 over-under. 3-point favorites are the Indiana Pacers. So, not exactly the fastest-paced game in the world, only a 216 total. Going to have a hard time talking me onto this one. There's a lot of totals that aren't out right now. We don't really have a lot of Vegas data to work with, but, as of now. But, I mean, honestly, this game's going to be so slow-paced. I'm going to have a hard time going to anyone that's really priced up. Domantas Sabonis would make the most sense because he's the big man. He does have a pretty good ability to pass and score and rebound. So, I mean, he does have legitimate triple-double upside. If you can get those assists there, it's probably not going to happen for you, but he's put up 1 triple-double so far in the season. It's definitely possible. And a 9-1 price tag. If there's not a lot of forward options that you feel real confident in and some guard value opened up, I would definitely have some interest in Domantas Sabonis. Malcolm Brogdon continues to just absolutely kill it this year. The only problem is he's priced up to 8-4 now in a very slow-paced game. I tend to not want to go there, honestly. We were playing 7-4 for him. He's putting up 55 DraftKings points. That's great and all, but now he's 8-4 in a slow-paced game. I think it's more likely he might be down towards 40 points than I would like. So I wouldn't be going there. Devin Booker's been really bad. Honestly, I'm not looking to play this guy in a slow-paced game. You can't even get it going in a fast-paced game, so I'm fading Devin Booker. Chris Paul and Victor Oladipo would be the two guys I'm looking to. It's at the 7K range that both have a 50-point DraftKings points upside. So I do have interest in Chris Paul at 7-1. I do have interest in Victor Oladipo. It's just, as mentioned, this game being so slow-paced, if there's going to be other guys on the slate at the same price tag that you'd feel more confident in playing in this one. So moving further along, Washington at Miami. Russell Westbrook on a back-to-back. I would expect him to rest in this one. He wasn't listed on the injury report, played last night. He's not listed today, but I'd expect him to get the rest, which is going to give a big bump to Bradley Beal at 9-7, who has been playing way better than Russell Westbrook as of late as is. And, we've seen him put up 54, 79, and 50 DraftKings points, and he was noted on Twitter saying our team can't guard a parked car, so I think he's notably irritated. I kind of think he's at the point where he's just going to go get his, meaning, he's just going to shoot 1,000 times, try to keep him in the game. Of course, 1,000, I'm exaggerating, but he has legitimately shot 35 and 29 times the last 2 games. So he's shooting around 30 times a game. You like to see that. So Bradley Beal is going to be an absolute smash play if there's no Russell Westbrook. I love him. And there's no lineup for this game right now for that reason. I would guess it's a 5.5-point spread in favor of the Miami Heat. So, I would love Bradley Beal. That's what it comes down to. I would like Jimmy Butler at 7-4. He's my other guy in this game. Both of these guys I'll have a ton of interest in. Jimmy Butler put up 46 DraftKings points last time out against Boston. I really liked him because he was in a tougher matchup. Now, I usually say I only like to target Jimmy Butler in tough games, and that's true. However, he's kind of getting back into the swing of things, and this is projected to be a pretty close game as of now by Vegas with a 5.5-point spread. So if that remains the case, Jimmy Butler is my number one guy, and I definitely like him. I'd be playing some Jimmy Butler, some Bradley Beal for sure. Tyler Hero, Goran Dragic at 6'6" and 5'7". Honestly, not really looking to be too invested in them. They make sense playing one or the other because one of them probably is going to have a big game taking on this Washington team that is very bad defensively. But as far as their price tags, they are pretty priced appropriately, and I think it might be hard for them to both get there at their price tags. Like I mentioned, I'm targeting Jimmy Butler over both of these guys. Who I would have interest in on the cheap end is more so Duncan Robinson at 4.7 because this guy can shoot the three ball very effectively, and he's only 4.7. Put up 31, 24 DraftKings points the last 2 games, 5 for 11 and 4 for 10 from behind the arc. He'd be the guy I'm going to at the cheaper price tag that can definitely get literally 40 DraftKings points if he gets hot. But even if he gets you around 30 DraftKings points, you're going to be happy with that at the 4.7 price tag. And then lastly, Kelda Olynyk at 5.3 continues to be a guy that is getting some solid minutes. 21, 28, 29 the last 3 games. He put up 23 and 32 DraftKings points. He's a guy that can shoot it from behind the arc for a big man. Only problem is we were paying 3.9 and 4.4 for him. Now he's at the 5.3, so that's why I kind of skipped over him a little bit. It's not as easy to just plug him in and feel confident about it there. And then Bam Adebayo and Thomas Bryant. Don't mean to skip over them. It's just they're the obvious plays in the bigs. Bam Adebayo taking on Thomas Bryant, I think, is a smash play in this one. Actually, so I definitely want to mention him at 8.5. He makes a lot of sense in your center position with some 50-point upside. Taking on the defense of Thomas Bryant doesn't really concern me. And then Thomas Bryant on the other end, I'd have less interest in him because of the defense in Bam Adebayo, to be honest. I think Thomas Bryant could get you like 30 DraftKings points, but at the 6.7 price tag, that's not going to be good enough on a slate like this. So, Cleveland taking on Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the top. I had a ton of interest in Giannis last night because I said, finally, Giannis is going to be a game where it's going to be close. This is the game. I said Giannis is going to put up 70-plus DraftKings points. This is the game. Play Giannis. And then it's a close game the whole freaking game. And Giannis is getting subbed out, subbed in. He did roll his ankle at one point in the game, so maybe he was limited. Maybe he's out in this one. That would make me feel a little better about what occurred last night because they're in the game the entire time, and the coaching staff is deciding to sub him out and only play him a total of 33 minutes in the game that got away from them at the end, being 131 and 118 Utah, where they could have kept him in the damn game and kept it close. So that's frustrating. Giannis should have played 40 minutes last night. Giannis should have put up, I would have guessed, he probably would have got to 65 DraftKings points around there, on at least 60, 65, 70 DraftKings points, I would have guessed. But he didn't because they subbed him out. So I'm hoping that was more to do with his ankle. I'd honestly feel better about the situation if he's out in this one because of his ankle little rollover there. But he played the rest of the game. I tend to think he's fine, and that just pissed me off. So that's my little rant on Giannis. Andre Drummond at 8.7. 37 minutes on the 7th of January, last time out. He put up 47 DraftKings points. He's priced up at 8.7 now compared to 8.4. Not exactly the best matchup, but Andre Drummond's like all that Cleveland has, so it would make sense for them to be playing him. I will mention the spread in this one. Sorry, I got a little off track with the Giannis rant. It's a 15.5-point spread, so this game is just expected to be an absolute blowout. So honestly, that's going to be my approach here. I'm going to play this game as if it's going to be an entire ball. A 15.5-point spread you don't see every day. So I'm going to be looking to guys that are going to do well in the blowout. So who would I be looking to? Well, the same guys I always tell you guys on Milwaukee to be playing in a blowout. Bobby Portis at 5.4, very good fantasy point producer. He's going to get you there. Last time it was a blowout, I said to play Bobby Portis against Detroit. He put up 40.5 DraftKings points. You'd be real happy with 40 DraftKings points at a 5.4 price tag. So I'd be playing him. I would be playing on the Cleveland side. I'd be playing Cedi Osman regardless because they're really short at the forward position. He's priced at 6.2, and they're going to need his services in an extreme way. So I like Cedi Osman. Darius Garland continues to be out. Colin Sexton is questionable, so that's going to open up some more usage for guys like a Damian Dotson at 4.3. I would be playing some Damian Dotson for the blowout. 35 minutes last time out, 26 DraftKings points. He was priced up to 4.8. Now he's down to 4.3. I like that a lot more now. I'd be playing some Damian Dotson. I would be playing JaVale McGee at 4.1. I think JaVale McGee could absolutely smash this price tag for sure with a blowout on the line. If he gets, last time he got 25 minutes, he put up 36 DraftKings points. If he gets you around mid-30 minutes because of this blowout, which I think is definitely possible, I like him. I like Isaac Okoro at 3.9. 39 minutes last time out. He's at 3,900. He only put up 19 DraftKings points, but these are just going to be garbage points I'm shooting for here, guys. That's the point here. It's going to be a game where nothing really matters because they're just, I'm assuming, Milwaukee's going to blow them out. And my favorite one of the bunch is going to be Thon Maker. We get a little bit of a revenge game here. Thon Maker played for Milwaukee a while back, if you remember. This game gets into a blowout. Thon Maker is a very good fantasy point producer. He's minimum salary, and I love me some Thon Maker. on the cheap end at 3K. I think he's a sneaky play. I don't think he's going to get any ownership. I think this game's going to turn into a blow, and I think Thon Maker could absolutely smash this price tag. So I like Thon Maker a lot, for sure. Not to mention the Cleveland front court's just really banged up right now with no Kevin Porter Jr. and no Kevin Love. So like some Thon Maker. San Antonio at Minnesota at the top. Karl-Anthony Towns is questionable. He could return in this one. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. He's questionable, so if he returns, that's going to, dampen the appeal to a D'Angelo Russell, a guy we've been playing a lot recently because of the usage bump. He's priced up to 8-1 now. He was priced at 7-7. I would be fading D'Angelo Russell if Karl-Anthony Towns is back, I believe. We'll have to see how he grades out my final projection run in my projections, but I think I'd be fading D'Angelo Russell if Karl-Anthony Towns is back. Right now, this game has a 6.5 point spread in favor of the San Antonio Spurs. So, the whole Minnesota situation is going to come down to Karl-Anthony Towns because you got guys like you could play like an like a Naz Reid, like a Juancho Hernangomez. But if Karl-Anthony Towns comes back, we're going to have to keep an eye on the rotation. If Juancho Hernangomez continues to be a starter, I'd have some interest in him, but he played 34 minutes the time before and then 22 minutes. I'm starting to feel that this Minnesota rotation is just going to be Oprah style. You get minutes, you get minutes, you get minutes. So, yeah, I'm not trying to really play too much on the Minnesota side. My favorite play would be Malik Beasley at his price tag of 6-1. I think he has plenty of room for upside. 28 minutes last time out. He's just a hot shooter. If he gets hot from me on the arc, he can get you there. Most notably his recent game putting up 48 DraftKings points. He's definitely capable. If he gets the minutes, it's just a matter of if he gets the minutes. So I'd have interest in him. But honestly, the rest of this game, I'm not all too interested. On the San Antonio side, DeMar DeRozan's priced up at 7-8. My favorite two plays on the San Antonio side wouldn't be DeMar DeRozan. It would be DeJounte Murray and Kelda Johnson at 6'9" and 6'5". I like DeJounte Murray. He's been very involved in the offense. I think he makes a lot of sense as a play. This Minnesota defense is very, very bad, so it's a matter of targeting the price tags. I'm not worried about the matchup. It's just the price tags. And then Kelda Johnson at 6'5", same thing. These are the two young bucks, the futures of the franchise, and I'm expecting these guys to take on bigger roles as the season continues to continue to expand their games, and I like them the most. LaMarcus Aldridge kind of taking a backseat as the veteran. He's only playing, he played 31 minutes last time and put up 39 DraftKings points. So at 6'3" in this easy matchup, I don't want to talk you off him. He makes a lot of sense here. My point was just, he was only playing around mid-20s minutes, so. But at 6'3", he could absolutely kill this price tag. So I do like LaMarcus Aldridge. Just know that he's going to be limited in minutes. He's going to have to get you there based on, very solid, productive minutes, which is more than possible at the 6'3" price tag. So don't want to talk you off him. I just, the minutes were a little limited there. So want to make sure I like him. Just don't be surprised if he only plays mid-20 minutes. We could play Kelda Johnson and DeJounte Murray, who they're going to see a lot more minutes with those young legs. So Orlando at Dallas. Right now, Luka Doncic at the top, 11K. This game comes in with a 7.5 spread in favor of the Dallas Mavericks. So Luka Doncic at the top. The only thing that's stopping this guy is the blowout, but I am not worried about Orlando's defense whatsoever. And not to mention, Luka Doncic has been back to Luka Doncic form. 71 and 79 DraftKings points the last 2 times out. 33, 38 DraftKings points. There continues to be no Kristaps Porzingis, which means it continues to be the Luka Doncic show. I would, make him a top priority on the slate if you can fit him with value. Maybe a guy like a Thon Maker that I mentioned earlier in the video. Nikola Vucevic, 46 DraftKings points last time out, even 30 minutes. I think we could see similar production from him here at 8-8. Just a matter if the team can stay in the game. Aaron Gordon should be back on this one after getting the night off last night. And Orlando absolutely getting blown out last night. So I actually really like Aaron Gordon in this one. If he's going to continue to see around 30 minutes. And he got the rest last time out, so I'd expect him to get some more minutes than normal. He should be good to go, so I really like him. And I really like Terrence Ross if there continues to be no Evan Fournier. I was high on Terrence Ross last night, and unfortunately they got blown out of the water. He only put up 9 DraftKings points, and he got a price tag bump to 6-4. So DraftKings is adjusting to this, injury-filled Orlando team because there's no Michael Carter-Williams, there's no Evan Fournier, and there's no Markelle Fultz anymore. If Evan Fournier continues to be out. If Evan Fournier is back, a lot of these guys I'm going to have a lot less interest in. And to be honest with you, I would have a lot of interest in Evan Fournier if he's a full go. Because he's only priced at 5.5 compared to all these other guys being priced up. So Evan Fournier would be my favorite option if he is indeed back. On the Dallas side, as far as any other options, to be honest with you, I'm really just looking to play Luka, Maxi Kleber, and Willie Cauley-Stein makes sense with no Dorian Finney-Smith. So, you know, they're very good value play. So, Maxi Kleber can shoot the 3-ball. I like him a lot as a big. And then Willie Cauley-Stein, if they continue to give him minutes, he's a very good producer. It's just a matter of how many minutes he gets. But he's seen around mid-20s of minutes the last 2 times out. At 4K, he can definitely get you there as well. So, Dwight Powell seems to be taking a little bit of a backseat. And Jalen Brunson is expected to be out as well. So, with no Jalen Brunson, that's going to open up some more guard usage. I mean, Tim Hardaway Jr., you could be taking a hard look at him. We'll have to see how my final projections grade out, but I will say, you know, there's going to be some more usage. I'm hoping that Trey Burke is good to go in this one. If Trey Burke's good to go in this one, I would love him at 3K, and he is probable. So Josh Richardson out. No Jalen Brunson. Trey Burke's an absolute smash play at 3K. So there's another 3K option for you on the slate. I really like him. And then Portland at Sacramento, the last game of the slate. Damian Lillard at the top at a 9.5 price tag. This game comes with a 5-point spread in favor of the Portland Trailblazers. No over-under release yet, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. So yeah, 5-point spread. I expect this game to stay pretty close, and I would expect the total to be pretty high, honestly. I'm not really impressed by either of these defenses, so CJ McCollum at 8.6 would probably be my favorite play on the Trailblazers side due to his 3-point shooting ability, and he's just been absolutely killing it out there. I mean, Dame did have a big game last time out. Finally, we've been waiting on that game. He put up 67 DraftKings points in only 29 minutes. Taking on that Minnesota team that I absolutely love to target because Minnesota's defense has been terrible. I don't think Sacramento's is all that much better. I'm always keeping an eye on my Patreon package for my defensive spreadsheet and stuff, and I'm going to be making some updates to that to get the latest data in there today. So have some more feedback for you guys in the live feed or live stream later on in the day. De'Aaron Fox at 8.3. 25 minutes last time he put up 32 drafting points. He was limited because of his hamstring injury. If he's a full go, I'd like him, but it's a little iffy right now at his price tag and the injury status. Halliburton continues to be a great play at 5.8. This kid has looked like the real deal. He's putting up 44 and 37 drafting points the last 2 times out, 5 for 7 and 3 for 7 from behind the arc. I would continue to play him against this Portland defense that's very bad, so I like him. Buddy Hield at 6.8 is priced more appropriately. He has upside, but he's priced, you know, if he was priced down here with Halliburton, I'd have a lot more interest, so probably not looking to go there. And then Robert Covington at 5.4 would be the guy I'm interested in as well. At only a 5.4 price tag, if we could see him climb more up towards that 37-minute range like we saw against Chicago, he could definitely blow away that 5.4 price tag. So those would be the guys I'm looking to in this last game. And that's all from me as far as this 7-game breakdown slate, except I got to give you guys my lock of the night. Without further ado, let's get into it. And my lock of the night tonight is going to be Mr. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler comes in with a 7.4 price tag on DraftKings tonight. I think he's way underpriced. Taking on this Washington Wizards team, who, as I mentioned earlier in the video, Bradley Beal had said it himself. They can't guard a parked car. This Washington defense has been terrible. You know, when you have a leader on the opposing team literally admitting to the media, we can't guard anyone, that's going to be a problem when you're taking on the services of Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler at 7.4, way underpriced in this one, gets a great matchup. Game comes in with a close spread. We'll have to keep an eye on the Russell Westbrook news, but even if he's out, if the spread remains where it is right now, I'm going to be all in on Jimmy Butler, and I'm all in on him as is, because even if this game turns into a blowout, I got a feeling Jimmy Butler is going to be the one that's doing it. Love Jimmy Butler at the 7.4 price tag. He's way underpriced on DraftKings tonight, and he is my lock of the night. So there you have it, guys. Jimmy Butler, get him in your lineup tonight. That is all from me in this one. If you enjoyed the content, if you could please leave a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. That'd be greatly appreciated. Don't forget, I will be going live tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so look for that. And that is all for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I wish you all the best of luck tonight. If you're interested in my Patreon package, link below down in the description. Go win some money. We'll see you at 5.